Welcome to Sydney Harbour for day 2 of the JJ Giltinan Championship for the 18-foot skiffs for 2026, and it's breeze you wanted, it's breeze you've got. The southerly passed through Sydney earlier today, and there's plenty of wind here for this second heat. After the docile winds of yesterday, for light east-northeasterly, we've got plenty of breeze in from the south. It's been in all morning, and some real spiky bits here as we're out at Double Bay awaiting the start of this second heat. Good afternoon, wherever you're watching. Peter Shipway on behalf of Sail Media bringing this to you, and it's going to be an exciting race, and we think that's probably going to be on that southerly course that we all can watch with thrills and spills, and spectators really get a good view, and we see plenty of action, and we think today we'll see plenty of that as well. So to tell us about what we're looking for, I think we'd say hello to you, Dolly, and it looks pretty fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah, good afternoon, Shippo. Good afternoon, viewers. Yeah, what a difference a day makes after a bit of a light-aired, shifty sort of day yesterday. We're greeted this morning with a good old Sydney southerly buster coming through, and we thought by start time it might start to abate a little, but we're sitting off Double Bay and we've just watched some yachts come through, and we've probably had some gusts come through well north of 25 knots. The wedding cake Sydney Harbour readings are 23 to 31 knots. So that's down towards Obelisk where we finished the long spinnaker run. And like you said, Shippo, that's always that long spinnaker run from Double Bay down to Obelisk is always game on, and I expect we could see some thrill, spills and carnage, as you say, for some of our visitors who haven't spent a lot of time in the boats. They are going to have a pretty difficult day, I would think. We've got an outgoing tide, about a metre drop all race, so that won't have too much effect. We've got breeze coming across tide, so but certainly once we get down to the bottom end of the course, down towards Obelisk Bay, it is going to be game on, and I think today the key will be more on keeping boats upright than boat speed.
Well, the first hurdle is to get off the beach and the park out of Double Bay. It's not easy in a southerly. We can see a lot of boats still to come out. They're in the water, but it's very tricky because the puffs come from everywhere out of Double Bay, and a few boats are already out. Yandu, yesterday's winner, is out, but we'll say hello to Jimmy Bury, our skipper. Jimmy, we think we know what the course is, so you might let our viewers know what we're expecting.
Afternoon, Pete. Afternoon, viewers. Yeah, Hugh's going to set course number 4, which is the southerly, so start down in Athol Bay, just in front of the zoo. They work their way up to Clark Island, and then the big long run down to Obelisk Bay where all the carnage is going to happen. Then they work their way up around Shark Island, short run back down into Athol Bay, work back up to Clark Island, and then they run the big long run down to the heads, or down to Obelisk Bay there. Then they work their way back up around Shark Island for the last time, run down to Athol, and then finishing then around Clark Island.
Yeah, one of the longer courses in 18-foot skiff sailing, and plenty of wind today to get these skiffs around pretty quickly. So these championships brought to you by the winning group. Today we're racing for the Cliff Monkhouse Memorial Trophy. Cliffy, a great stalwart of 18-foot skiffs. He won the JJ title back in 1994, I think. 1964, I'm sorry. 1964 in the famous Tagara. And today's race partner, Fisher and Peichel. So yesterday, light air day, as I said, tricky day off the start line and tricky all day. Just looking upwind coming at Double Bay. Now there's a really good gust, and there's the first capsize of the day. The breeze is really spiky as we look at yesterday's winner, Yandu. Very comprehensive win in the first heat, and we might just have a look at the placings from yesterday for those that might have missed it. Yandu was the winner in very convincing fashion. Got clobbered at the start, but got himself out of trouble very early. Shaw and Partners Australia was second, Rag and Famish third. Outstanding effort by that young team. Fisher Peichel, one of the veterans. Brett Van Munster fourth. The New Zealanders, Shaw and Partners, did well in fifth spot. Kitchen Maker sixth. GC Sales from Brisbane 7, Balmain 8. had to come from a long way back. Lazarus Capital Partners 9 in the top 10, rounded out by Vycobi, also deep and buried at the start. So there's the overall picture from yesterday, and really good to see in 13th position Andu from USA. Those boys were absolutely delighted with their performance. I think they're about 4th or 5th at the first weather mark, in a day that you really had to know the harbour, and even if you did know the harbour, it was still very tricky, but they negotiated it very well as we watch Yandu going back down towards the start at Athol. So a little earlier today, before the boats left the dock, or the park, I spoke to the president of the 18-footer Sailing League, Simon Nern, and spoke to him about the future of the class and where we're at now. Well, Simon, you must be excited about the World Championships and overseas competitors and some young fellows. Tell us about the future that you see for the class.
Yeah, I'm excited. 88 JJ Giltinan this week. It's just amazing that we can get out of this long. So I'm very proud to still be a part of it. We've got some good overseas competitors, strong overseas competitors this year. We've had to move to a bit of a charter boat model a little bit. So shipping around the world is getting less and less reliable. So we're building up a bit of a secondary fleet here so we can get overseas competitors here. You'll see the US guys out there, German team, UK team. So that's something we've been pushing pretty hard.
And a lot of young, good sailors, both in the Sydney fleet and from overseas, especially from Auckland. There's some first-timers over here from New Zealand.
Yeah, first-timers from New Zealand, and definitely some young guns in our fleet. You know, got the boys on the Rag and Famish, average age of about 18, I think, on that boat.
And third yesterday, terrific performance.
Third yesterday, see how they're going to breeze today. And even the Balmain boys and Lazarus, I still think of them as young, but actually their 5th season now, so they've been at it a while. And we're looking for the next generation to come through.
So what do the next generation do? How do they get down here and get involved?
Yeah, they want to be coming out of a boat with some skiff knowledge. So some great guys come out of Cherubs, they come out of 29ers, 13s, some of the 16 sailors come across. We've got teams here that are looking for crews. We've also got an academy program that we're building. So if you're not that familiar with the 18 sailors, we've got a bit of a program which Ewan Nichols heading up, which will be around getting those next sailors through just to step up into the 18s.
Yes. So just talk about today. It looks like a good breezy day as opposed to yesterday.
I think it's going to be a cracker, isn't it?
Southerly course again.
It's our best course. You don't want to be a forward hand. Spinnaker up, spinnaker down, all of that going on. But no, it'll be an absolute cracker. It was pretty windy this morning. It was 28 gusts on the harbour. I think we'll moderate a little bit. I think we'll be racing for sure.
Well, thanks, Simon. Thanks for the great work you do with the 18s. And any youngsters out there watching, come down to the 18s and see if you can get a ride. All right. Thanks,
Peter.
That was Simon Nern, the president of the 18-footers. And if you've just joined us, there's plenty of wind on Sydney Harbour for race 2 of the JJ Championships for this year. So one significant change today in crews on the Bigfoot bags and covers. Dave Hayter is not skippering today. He's got prior commitments. Aaron Everett comes aboard, the skipper, the Bigfoot bags and covers today, along with Trent Neighbour and Elliot Marr. So there's Kitchen Maker. They performed pretty creditably yesterday, but there's plenty of wind here as we're getting down towards the starting area in Athol Bay. There's Athol Bight. There's not too many spectator crafts out today. It's a grey, gloomy day on the harbour. Rain squalls have come through. It's a bit finer at the moment, but there's plenty of breeze belting out of the Rushcutters Bay area and towards Bradley's Head, where we are on the western side of Bradley's Head. There's Kitchen Maker just dropping their spinnaker. So I think, Dole, we're going to see plenty of topsy-turvy sailing today. It'll be survival at times, won't it?
Yeah, you just saw him. We've got Balmain on screen there now. Now you can see how quick these guys are coming downhill. They're running pretty deep too, so they're not really pushing. They'll go for the drop now. But yeah, the boats that we've seen come down towards the starting area with their kites up already, they were fully lit up. I've got to say, I just saw Tom Kunick and his team on Lazarus just pull off a glamour jibe. They were doing probably 23, 25 knots off Bradley's Head, and they had to get that jibe done or they were going to run out of runway, and they just pulled off an absolutely magnificent jibe. I must say though, Shippo, I'm a little bit surprised. Emma Rankin is out here in Club Marine, as is Beck Hancock in Ballard Properties, and neither of them have their reefs in their mainsails. I was expecting to see a few reefs out here today.
Well, just sorry, Dol, to interrupt. Look at this gust coming through now.
Yeah,
it's as strong as we've seen it. It's 25
gust.
plus here.
That's easy, 25, Shippo.
Yeah, it is surprising they haven't got reefs in. They were normally reasonably quick to reef because they're lightweight crew. But anyway, they're all number 2 rigs for shore here, and these squalls are coming through really fresh. Luca Gambacorti in the 18-footer. Bar and restaurant there, just running downwind. Here's Kirk Mitchell, 10th yesterday in Vycobi. Got it.
The trick today is to finish, right?
Yeah.
In these conditions, a lot of boats aren't going to finish. So for some of those boats who, you know, aren't main contenders, they've just got to try and get around the track and get a finish in. So it would have been wise to put a reef in, stay upright, and they'd probably finish maybe around the 10, 11,
yeah, the
12.
top 10, I think, Dol.
Yeah.
Well, our live chat's been lit up again, which is terrific. We thank you. Got Michael Spees online from LA.
LA.
Hello, Speesy, former champion and one of the characters of the sport. Mrs. Brown, Joy Brown's there. Hello to you. Mulaney Jenkins, good luck to Akarana Eatery. Well, we assume you're in New Zealand. And hello to you. Tom Jordan's there, North Queensland Sabo Association. Win or swim. Well, that's pretty prophetic, I think. Olivia Dameron. Hello, all skiff heads from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hello to you. Greg Larkins, he's still in Qatar.
Yeah, poor bugger.
Hello, Greg, and hope all's okay over there. We're thinking of you guys and everyone over there in the situation in the Middle East. Trevor Parker, let's go Fisher Paykel. Well, they had a great day yesterday. 4th for the old veteran, Brett Van Munster. Yankee Express, Yandu weather. Well, that's could also be true. Hello from DJ Jenny 777. Love a good southerly on the harbour. Well, I think we all do that. Julian Hannibus is there. And someone I see was going to pick, forget they had a choice here on the live chat. I can't find them now. Paul Bergamini is hello from a soggy old Queensland, Gladstone, central Queensland, where it's wet and wild. Trevor Parker from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Hello to you. Mick Ralph's there. Daughter Sunshine. Want to know what I was having for lunch today? Well, I had a lovely salad roll, thank you. Washed down by some water, so that was all very nice. And this is very great, all these comments. We can't really keep up with them. Jeff Stagg's back with us. Hello to you, Staggy. Pete Montgomery and Johnny Montgomery from New Zealand. Hello to you. And if the McDowell brothers are watching, to Kim and Terry, hello. And to Peter Brook, your 3rd crew member when you won those titles all those years ago on Travelodge New Zealand. So I know you watch avidly, so a big welcome. It's a big harbour too with a big white water everywhere. There's plenty of wind. And I think that we're watching Lazarus just staggering upwind. This breeze is well into the 25 knots plus here.
We just saw your American friends in Andu have their first taste of Sydney Harbour water, Shippo, just next to us.
There's boats over everywhere, and there's going to be more of this too. It's a very empty harbour except for the 18-footers. A few cruise ships, a few cruise boats running for cover. The breeze is in. It's going to be raining all afternoon. Rain clouds, rain showers will come through. It's going to be wet and wild. And a survival race here, that is for sure. So it's be a real test. Here's some of the fleet still running out from Double Bay. There's the Killer Coffee. Jordan Gertis up to windward 6. Jacob Marks didn't have a great day yesterday, neither of these two boats. So we're still about how far to go to a start. We're a few minutes off a start. We're about just under a quarter of an hour, 15 minutes to go to a start time.
And Shippo, just for the viewers at home, in that top right-hand corner, that's the live wind reading and direction from on board the start boat. But just looking at where the reader is, I think it's a little low, so it's reading under. So it's that black bar, which is very close to the roof, so I think it'll have a bit of effect. But yeah, so that's another new bit of kit that has been introduced, but we'll see if they can
They need to get
moving forward, get it up a
bit
little bit,
higher.
and not be affected by the cab.
Well,
So-
it's true, southerly 180 degrees, I guess, but breeze of 13 knots. I think us old salts will look out there and say, well,
double that.
it's a little bit more than 13 knots, so let's use it as a guide but not confirmation. And the breeze round in the right, isn't it? It's a real true southerly.
We had that when we came around from Middle Harbour earlier. The breeze was quite in the right.
There's Shaw and Partners, New Zealand. Solid fifth yesterday, carrying the hopes of New Zealand. And it's coming through in real gusts, this breeze. It's steady 18, 20, then the gusts are 25 plus. That's the view, but looking back towards the starting area in Athelbite, just to the west of Bradley's Head.
Oh, look at Shaw and Partners now. They are lit up. And soon to meet some pretty decent wash. I would expect to see some big bow action.
Welcome to Sydney Harbour, boys.
Well, these
and
boys
girls.
are from Auckland, so they're pretty used to some testing conditions. So here we come. They're heading towards some waves now. There's going to be some big leaps coming up. Oh, there's one as the bow went in. They're going to drop the kite. Now, it'll be interesting to see how they go today, won't it, Jimmy? As you said, windy in New Zealand. They should be pretty good, I think.
Yeah, well, the Hauraki Gulf tends to offer up a very fruity, spicy breeze over there. So, you know, there's the other Kiwi boat, being the ASCC. But, I expect a big show from all the Kiwi boats today because, this is sort of their wind range that they'd like, and I'm sure these little rigs on the New Zealand boats will be well and truly dialed in. And there's our USA friends on the Andu.
Yeah, I think them and the Barkarati UK team with very little time in the boats, they're going to have a pretty tough day today. But hopefully they get around the course and get a result. I'm expecting. I don't want to put the curse on, but I'm expecting GC Sails in these conditions to perform well. They've got a tidy little rig and they're swinging a bit of weight and they're pretty smart and pretty quick.
Well, hello to Kevin McDonough, all the way from Truro in Nova Scotia. From Go the Black Knight, that's from Sausalito, California. Georgie Smith says, go the GC Sails. Well, might be their day, Georgie. Let's see what happens. And we've got Scott Baker. Let's go and do another one from Scott Baker. The sheep are in the pasture, so we're just hearing the hooter off the start boat. So 10 minutes to go from Barnegat Bay, New Jersey. Mark Beaton. Hello to you, Mark. Gary Leaf's there. And Craig Green. Yeah, we're looking forward to some exciting sailing, that is for sure. Greg's son, similar chop in Auckland. Okay. So, a lot of viewers on the live chat, and we thank you on behalf of the Sail Media team. We're very, very much appreciative of all your comments. But getting back to the fleet, the breeze has gone a little bit right of south here, has it, Dol?
Yeah.
I think. And the Spectator ferry's out. That looks fully loaded. And the breeze is certainly fully loaded. Looks like a bit of rain coming down over Bondi Junction, which is up to windward of Double Bay. And a few yachts just scampering home after their regatta is finished from Sail Sydney. But that's the scene. We've got about, what have we got, about 8 minutes to go to a start, or a bit longer.
Yeah, cloud coming towards Double Bay. I expect when that gets to us, it'll tick back to the left a touch and kick. So it'll be coming straight out of Double Bay, and when that cloud gets here, I'd expect to be back up around that 25 knot range. Now, right now, we're probably down maybe 19 to 23 where we are in the boat right now, but we do have the privilege of sitting behind the windscreen. Makes it...
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, just off camera, I can see off Bradley's Head, Balmain have capsized, but they're up and going. So, Greg, don't worry about that. They'll make the start. Ballard Property's just going upwind. But the first leg is from the start here in Athol, then up to Clark Island. The buoy is between really the Clark Island and the western side of Point Piper, right in the middle of Double Bay. And there's the Royale, the spectator ferry, as we said, fully loaded there.
Full house on there today,
Yeah,
Shippo.
well,
Sure is.
you'd expect that with this day and this title. There's another boat capsized up there off Bradley's. I don't know
That's
who
the
that is.
Danes, I think.
The
Shippo.
Danes, okay. It'll be a tough day for those inexperienced crews on the harbour.
The other one that's been capsized for a while, which I've been keeping an eye on, just over near the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron, the red boat, I believe that might be the bar karate guys.
The
Yeah.
UK team.
Yeah, these young or new teams will find it a very tough going. Even the experienced guys will find it tough today.
Yeah, Beck Hancock upwind of us here, trying to
get
get set up to bear
To
away.
come down, yeah.
Really doing it tough.
So, Yandu won yesterday, the first heat, and a very good second from Shore and Partners. Keegan York from Australia, the Australian Shore and Partners. There's two Shore and Partner boats out here. Third, Rag and Famish, and fourth, Fisher Paykel. And the breeze just down a little bit here at the start. There's still plenty, but when I say down, it's probably hovering around 20 knots. There's the committee vessel, just waiting for flags to go up to get us underway. It was a general recall yesterday, the first go at it. And then there was a black flag went up, and everyone was well behaved, as you'd expect with a black flag.
Yeah, well, if we get to start time and this breeze ticks right, as it has a couple of times, it'll be a very boat-favoured line,
Very
and
much so.
everyone will be wanting this boat end. And
Okay, so the 18-footer bar and grill, Luca Gambacorti, he's testing the water temperature. He's capsized. There's Kitchen Maker, nice small rig on those boats. More rain coming down over Double Bay and out onto the race course.
the team on the Kitchen Maker look like they have their Vycobi helmet hats.
Yeah,
So the
crash hats.
hats with the built-in crash.
Well, they're
helmet.
serious. They're serious today.
Well, there's plenty of potential for a crash today.
Look at this rain now coming out of Double Bay. What's it going to do to the wind? It's
I expect it's going to bring some.
yeah, and it's not. Most of the fleet are back behind the start line. Where did Beck Hancock get back? She got back.
Yeah, there's someone right over near Lady Macquarie's chair there. I'm not sure who that is. Can you tell, Jimmy?
Is that
That's the Yandu.
Yeah.
Yandu or Andu?
Yandu. Yandu's in
The
trouble.
Americans having a bit of a tour
Yeah.
guide of the harbour. Okay.
Yandu's
5
in a
minutes.
bit of trouble back here, Shippo, off Robertson Point. They've only just, I don't know
Come
whether
up.
they capsized or
Oh, right.
just.
Okay, we'll keep your eye on that, Jimmy. Thank you. It's just got to hang here. It is a survival day.
Oh, another
can't-
one down back there.
We can't impress enough how difficult these conditions are.
Yeah,
These
Yandu-
high-performance boats. There's another one over. Smeg just went over. It's going to be a graveyard at some stage, and it's already started.
Yeah, Yandu's
Yandu's
got
got
a
a problem. They've got is that the spinnaker look as though just we'll see them spinnakers hanging out. Oh,
It's the UK team behind us there. The Barkarati boys.
Karate boys, yep. It's Ian Turnbull, Harvey Hillary and Stuart Keegan with just under 4 to go. The rain just starting to appear on the race course. Plenty of breeze. Second heat of the JJs. We're less than 4 minutes to go. Stand by. This is going to be exciting. Really exciting. We hope we can bring the excitement to you. Might be just better to say nothing and just watch.
My apologies to the UK team, the Barkarati team that I said was in the tide. It was the Berlin Bears.
Ah, right.
We've had GC sales sniffing around down near the pin end, and same with Shore and Partners New Zealand. They're looking to come in on port, I think, and then tack in when they can find a slot.
Just what you want to do, Dole. An extra manoeuvre that
A little
you don't need to.
crash tack in 25 knots. Rag and Famish just trying to get back upright. Looks like
Yandu over
Yandu
again.
down.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. Yandu are over. And we've got 2 minutes 50 to go. So you'd assume there's some problem.
Meanwhile, Keegan York smells blood, I think.
Well, that's
Blood in the water.
sort of day it is. Look at this breeze coming again. Really you don't see it quite as much as we're seeing it live here, but there's white caps everywhere, there's wind everywhere, there's a bit of rain coming.
Oh, and there's boats down, and Gotcha for Life have torn their headsail completely in half.
Yeah, they're gone. Gotcha
So
for
they're
life
gone.
are out before there they are. Oh, that's a shame.
Looks like someone's gone through that.
Yeah, good chance,
could
Jimmy.
have fired off, so they will be going home.
That might be a nitro-sized hole.
Now, Yandu are up. That's the good news for Yandu. Akarana Retri going upwind in... Oh, look at that. That is a demolition job there on that headsail. I just got a... Akarana Retri, the only boat to windward of the starting line, trying to get back downwind in a real good squall. Yandu are up. Okay, so they should be in play.
And here comes the rain and the wind.
So
Right on cue.
So we're nice and warm here, but it's certainly windy. Okay, we've just heard from the Wakawi Boating Club. I hope I pronounced that right. For leg 3 restart of the Doyle's Round North Island race in New Zealand. So the crowd are gathering, watching this Sail Media broadcast, and we say hello to you. Have a safe passage around North Island, but it's going to be anything but safe here on the harbour in this breeze. 20 to 25 knots. Heat 2 of the JJs. Stand by. 1 minute to go.
Shaw and Partners in prime position near the boat end.
Yeah, I think it's a boat end start, isn't it?
And just behind them is GC Sales lining up. Yes, Jimmy?
The other thing, Dole, have a look at the spinnaker hanging off the
Still
side
hanging
of
out.
Yandu.
They're about to
they
get
don't
it.
get that in.
What
That could be a problem.
Why did
They've got it now. They've got it
Surely
now.
they saw that. But anyway, we'll concentrate on the fleet with just under 40 seconds to go. They're starting to line up now, all on starboard. No one down near the pin. Most leeward boat is 6th, but there's Killer Coffee well advanced on the line. I think we're all going to be clean here. They're all been pretty well behaved in these tough conditions. Yandu are going to get a good start up this weather end, I think.
After all that, they're going to win the boat.
Yeah, they're going to win the boat. Can Rag and Famish hold them out? Perhaps not. Okay, we're away. 2, 1. Clean, I think. Kitchen Maker close. And Yandu, terrific start at the weather end. Shaw and Partners Australia got boxed in. Smeg a bit late at the weather end, but it's Yandu. Got the jump at the committee boat end. Clean start.
Shaw and Partners were just a little late pulling the trigger there, and they got rolled and dipped the wing.
Okay, we're away on the first leg of the second heat, and it's Yandu. First heat winner got a lovely start. Lovely jump at the start. Herman winning, and to leeward of them, GC Sales doing a nice job, and also the Kitchen Maker. They're the top 3 at the moment. They're all going right, going out to the left on a starboard tack. Breeze in the right. First mark up in Double Bay.
Yandu just seem to weave that magic, don't they, Shippo? We see them up course, they're running late, they come in, go round the boat, whatever, and they just manage to get a good start.
Absolutely nailed it. And also prominent, jumping out of the pack, just coming round the bow of Yandu down there, is Shaw and Partners New Zealand. And ahead of them is the Killer Coffee. Jordan Gertis got a nice start. Oh, Vicobia had a bit of trouble. They didn't get a good start again. They've tacked out early. But anyway, this is the leading group. And it's the Killer Coffee. There's 6th. Jacob Marks in the mix. Now, what's happening here? This breeze is starting to head as they get further out into the harbour.
And the pressure's in the right
yes,
at the moment.
Big pressure in the right, not so much in the left. Just remembering that the fleet of no recalls, so everyone's in play.
Okay, the breeze just getting to, the pressure just getting to Yandu now, and they're really accelerating. Just back behind them and on their hip is Rag and Famish, and on their hip is Bigfoot Bags and Covers. But the Killer Coffee, they haven't taken off.
Absolutely percolating. Gotcha for Life, just remembering, didn't start. They ripped their heads on, so they're out of play. Okay, there's a Killer Coffee. Well, he's away, but I think it's still Yandu.
GC Sales decided to tack out to try and get to this right-hand pressure.
They've taken a few
turns. They've taken a hit to do it,
A Yandu tacks now. And Rag and Famish are strongly positioned as well. This lightweight crew, this young crew's more breeze coming. So
there's the live leaderboard for the viewers at home, but ignore Gotcha for Life there in number 1 as he's heading home. So
now it starts to get tricky, as it always does up in Double Bay. It's very shifty, it's very puffy. And where's the breeze coming out of? Mainly out of the right at the moment.
Shippo, not on screen. Shaw and Partners Australia look like they've just come up from a capsize back in the middle of the harbour.
They are a long way back now.
And also Vycobi.
Keegan York has capsized. Where's Vycobi going? There.
Well, the mark's here.
Right here,
the mark's here, okay.
Yeah. And it's not where they usually lay this mark. It's unusual. I was looking over where we normally are too and couldn't see it.
Lucky I'm keeping an eye out for you, Lakes.
Northwest of Clark Island. It's not up in Double Bay. Apologies, it's off Rushcutters Bay. So Vycobi gone into the right hard and look okay. GC Sales are nice.
They're a bit behind, but
but they're getting that right-hand lift.
They're above the ley line.
Yep, so there's GC Sales. They could be second. They're just tacked for the ley line. Well, this is going to be an exciting run. They've got to first get around Bradley's. But here's the race leader coming into view in a moment. Yandu.
This will make the Spinnaker run tighter.
Almost impossible to get to Bradley's.
Yeah.
Okay, Yandu tacking now to lay round, and they will have a nice lead. And there's the Bigfoot, impressive as well, with Aaron Everett steering. Okay, Yandu will lead. They're on their way to Obelisk for the first time. Yandu first. Wow, it's a nice early lead, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Be main and jib to Bradley's, I would think.
GC Sales just underlaid that, unfortunately, so they're going to have to double tack it.
Yeah, and it's the Bigfoot. Will be second. They're around. Oh, nice gap. Oh, Yandu is setting. Okay, this will be interesting to see where they end up. Bigfoot's around. Third will be, let's see.
Can Shaw and Partners get a tack in here? Yes,
they can. Yeah, the New Zealanders are...
not a good tack.
Not a great tack. Oh, they're in trouble. Okay, Rag and Famish have done very well. They're round the outside of them, so it's Shaw and Partners New Zealand, Rag and Famish, then GC Sales. And we're off to Bradley's. That's the first hurdle. Then Lazarus around. Kitchen Maker. Vycobi did all right coming out of the right. Then ASCC, this young team from New Zealand. Oh, Balmain almost in to windward at the weather mark. They're around. They're around. Balmain around on the outside of them. The Americans, Rag and Famish, have capsized. I don't know what happened there. Andu, America around. Smegger around. And the Germans. Club Marines round. But Balmain, they lost out badly there. The breeze just dumped.
Rag and Famish were doing penalty turns when they capsized.
Oh, okay, that's what they were doing, yeah. But look at the breezes down in the lee of Clark Island. So we're off to Obelisk, and Yandu has just got round Bradley's with ease and are flying downwind. Big lead over the Bigfoot. Some boats going super high.
These spectator boats make it nearly impossible for us, Shippo.
There's the Germans in the pack. They're about 10th. And USA.
They're two-sail reaching to get some height, as are Vycobi before setting. So they're just getting some height before they set.
Okay. Way in the distance is Yandu. The black Spinnaker there belongs to Tom Koenig in the Lazarus in third spot. Really fighting hard to get round Bradley's. It's game on there.
Yeah, they're struggling, but I think they'll get there.
Fine boat handling there on Lazarus. Max Chapman and Tim Westwood working hard for Tom to get round. Bradley's Shaw and Partners New Zealand will be next. They're in fourth spot. And then GC Sails fifth. All these boats under Spinnaker, fighting to get round Bradley's, and Yandu has just absolutely blitzed them. The Bigfoot is still hanging in, but Yandu are on their way to Obelisk. Okay, Lazarus is around Bradley's. Shaw and Partners New Zealand, the Kiwis around.
It is a long race though, Shippo.
Absolutely. Lot to play out here. GC Sails are safely round Bradley's. The breeze is not that strong here as I get down the harbour. I'm probably eating my words, but it's just died a little. It's a very comfortable run now. And we're at full wind. Well, how fast are we going, Jimmy?
Currently doing 32 knots.
32?
Yep.
Okay, and we're just making progress. So that gives you some idea of how fast these skiffs are going.
Yeah, we are only just overtaking Shaw and Partners.
GC Sails on the left. There's the Kiwis. And there's the leader, Yandu. The boat is the defending champion.
And the water's pretty flat down here. It's good with the outgoing tide running down the breeze a little bit. It's not too bumpy.
And looking up into Rose Bay behind us where they're going to go after Obelisk. Looks just a nice 18 to 20 knot breeze, but a lot to play out, as you say. There's Lazarus trying to get to lure to the Bigfoot. That's what the scene is. And he's doing a pretty good job here, both these boats.
Breeze a bit more around in the right down the bottom end of the harbour here, so they're clearing over George's Head quite easily. Usually that's a real struggle, but the breeze is a little bit more south-southwest.
That's the trailing pack. They're trying to hunt down Yandu, but they've got a big job on their hands. Hello to all the pirates at the CYC bar, having a cold cleanser. Lemonade, I hope, Donald Graham, for you. But we're watching Yandu. They're taking all the lemonade at the moment, heading towards the Western Channel pile.
I expect they'll go past that before they jibe. They've just got to squeeze up a little.
As long as they don't go into it. This is fantastic boat handling from this outstanding team. So they're well above the mark down here.
They are lit up.
Got a bit of
Looks
action.
like there's a bit of
action
problem down at the bottom mark, Shippo, with marine rescue and water police.
Yeah, there's a
towing a boat off
upturned boat or something. This is
looks like
another hurdle.
Looks like Andrew York's like oxygen sports boat.
Okay then. Okay, well Yandu's jibe to lay in on port jibe to this mark. There's a bit of action down the mark. We'll come to that in a moment. But that's second and third. Second, the Bigfoot. Third, Lazarus. And here's the race leader. He's just on a tight lay line at the moment. Very tight.
They made that first jibe, so that's the important thing.
There's some police launches and rescue vessels here, but
they're a little below the ley line into this mark, so we should be okay.
But that's all right. That's okay. Steady as she goes, Yandu with a very comfortable early lead.
Yeah, good.
We'll have a look at their time.
So it looks like they've got a reasonable line. Or probably, we'll see if they jibe or they jibe drop. They're on a good gust now.
It's a good ley line, really. They're just a little above it, and the breeze is lifted behind it. Look at all those boats. They've ended up way high. Yandu got the lowest of the whole group, so another advantage. So stand by, little jibe drop, I would think. And there's rain squall coming out of Rose Bay, which might mean the breeze has spiked up. What have we got here, Dol? Just over 20, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Gusty, big rain coming through Rose Bay, though.
Yandu running a little deep, but did it all pretty nicely. Dial her up.
There we go.
Times are running. They're on their way to Shark Island. Louis Brake's still in the boat, I think.
Now, Lazarus is going to be jibing into this.
Still got to get the jib on Yandu, but we'll watch Lazarus. We'll watch the trailing pack. The Kiwis. GC Sails there. They are third and fourth. Off camera, Lazarus jibing in.
Oh, no.
No, that boat's going to be banging Lazarus's way.
Okay, so Lazarus went past on port jibe, dropped, and now coming back, main and jib up to the mark. They have got into second spot. If they can get the spinnaker down. Now, big job on the big foot.
Plenty on the shore and partners
Yep.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Well, it's plenty on because there's a big squall coming through. Okay, Lazarus is clean. They're almost around. And the gap is what, Dol? It's
52 seconds.
Oh, that's a massive lead early. Oh, there's a bit on here. Stick with us. There's got plenty of action here.
There's a bit on for Shore and Partners.
Yeah, Bigfoot have got the spinnaker down. They've got the jibe done. They'll be third. Oh, Shore and Partners are running out of water here. They've got to get the jibe done. Yep, they're well below the mark. They've got a long way to come up. And ASCC from Auckland have done a fine job. Oh, GC Sails, they will get round in fourth spot. The breeze gone hard right here.
I think GC Sails is above the mark, trying to get away.
Yeah,
They're
they're
reaching
right.
in. You're right, Jimmy.
Yeah, and it's Balmain that have come through too.
Oh, Balmain with the kite under the bow. Can they get it in? Oh, yes, they can.
Go on, Lockie.
Great work, Lockie Pryor.
And ASCC round inside them. They did well too down that run. Now the Germans, the Black Knight.
Two-sail jibe here.
And what we thought was that run down. Look how far the breeze has gone right here. Massively right. It's favouring the boats that come around later. Yandu's gone out in left-hand pressure. Now it's gone right now. Black Knight's around. Shore and Partners after their capsize. Australia. Oh, they're almost in again. They are in again.
Only because you mentioned the word.
Yeah.
They're not having a good day,
Keegan.
are they?
Smeg have still to jibe. Oh, they're grannying. Are they? Oh, they are going to granny. An attack instead of jibing. Club Marine in trouble. Vicobia around. They've caught up nicely. Then the kitchen maker. Yep, Club Marine. Well done.
It looked ugly early.
Yep. Sixth around the outside of Club Marine. Then Killer Coffee. Oh, so Shore and Partners still trying to get the boat up. Killer Coffee going past. The mark is way upwind of all this fleet here now. Killer Coffee jibing. They're okay. And the score coming down again is 20 plus knots here.
There's the Brisbane 18-footers on screen. They're coming in hot. They've got a tidy little storm chute on.
And Andu, the poor old Americans.
Baptism of fire for those boys. Oh, the Rag and Famish struggling to get under this mark. They do, though.
So, okay, so Killer Coffee. I tell you who we haven't seen, Fisher Paykel, have we?
Fisher Paykel are halfway across the channel.
Still coming under
Coming,
Spinnaker.
Under Spinnaker.
Okay, watch these two go round here. Andu, USA on the left, and the Brisbane 18s.
Brisbane 18s are going to granny tack.
Yeah, Andu around. I spoke to the Andu boys this morning and they said, what do you think? I said, well, it's going to be tricky, but I said the trickiest part is obelisk. And they said, okay, man, we'll look after that. So they're looking after it, all right. But okay, we're still, boats still coming down, one of which is Fisher Paykel. After their fourth yesterday, they've back a fair way now, but the big beat now is on up to Shark Island, pouring with rain now in Rose Bay.
Yeah, I'd expect Brett Van Munster's had a fairly long swim to be back that far. The Fisher Paykel, they're back up and running. That's what matters.
See the rain right of screen there coming out of Rose Bay around Steel Point. Breeze has gone a little bit back to the left, but it is still Yandu well in control of the second race. And here we go, Luca Gambacorti in the mighty 18-footers bar and restaurant, hanging in there. He's down off George's Head, going into Obelisk.
Still a couple of jibes to get in there, which is going to be tricky.
The good thing with into Obelisk there, you can go quite deep in there.
Yeah.
From where the YA mark is.
Well, that's the gloomy picture looking upwind.
Big foot bags and covers, and in the distance on top right there you can see Andu just going underneath
the Western Channel pile.
The Western Channel pile there, the wedding cake.
There's a red hull capsized.
Yandu.
Did we? There's a red hull boat capsized halfway up the beat. So, did we see Smeg? Did Smeg go round the mark?
Yeah, Smeg did go round, I
okay.
think.
Okay, here are the Balmain boys. Yandu up to windward, way ahead. There's the Bigfoot tacking. Oh, not a great tack. Aaron Everett steering today. He's done a terrific job so far. Bit wobbly in the tack. Just getting out on the wire now. So the order as we look at it, I think, is Yandu, then a real go for second, third and fourth. Probably
Bigfoot, I think.
Bigfoot just, then Lazarus, then GC Sails, then someone's capsized up there. Okay, so there is the leaderboard that helps us out. Yandu, Lazarus, GC, Bigfoot, Shaw and Partners, Vycobi, Balmain. Now, this breeze is... Where's this breeze gone? Still reasonably stable. It's gone back a little bit into the left, and that's where Yandu's going, up under the Bradley's Head shore, under the Nielsen Park shore. That's Nielsen Park. Not too many sun lovers on the beach today. But this highly polished team doing a fine job. GC Sail just passing the Western Channel pile. And they're impressive. They like this up pressure sailing. Yandu just tacked onto port. This will be a long port tack up into Rose Bay. And in the right, off camera, Shaw and Partners, New Zealand.
Low heavy cloud coming in over Rose Bay, Nielsen Park. That's going to give us a bit more pressure, I think.
You'll see the intersection here. GC Sails across at Shaw and Partners. And then up to windward, you'll see Lazarus coming across in a moment. There they are. Tom Koenig, he's going to cross easily on the Shaw and Partners. Then further up to windward is the Bigfoot. And also in the mix is ASCC. Campbell Stanton, Ollie Gilmore and Pat Morgan. They're about fourth or fifth. Well done. Germans coming into play also.
Now this chasing pack has closed a little bit on Yandu for my mind. They still have a very healthy lead, and there's the GC Sails. They're probably currently in third or fourth place.
Yeah.
And that's a really tidy little rig. So they've just ducked behind Tom Koenig in Lazarus, and I would expect Tom probably looks down on port tack there, so I think they will probably tack fairly soon. But they're getting over to the right where there's a bit more pressure right now.
Yes, I was showing the Bigfoot as second and ASCC in third at the moment.
Well, they are just behind Bigfoot, aren't they, then?
Okay, there's Lazarus going in towards Chowder Bay, Clifton Gardens. And there's still plenty of wind, plenty of rain.
Yeah, GC Sails high on starboard heading in towards Nielsen Park, and that big lift they're on now is giving them a big advantage over Bigfoot and ASCC. So they've probably stepped up into second place now, GC Sails.
Yeah, they look strong. They're coming out of the right and in right-hand pressure. So the right paid, the middle to right certainly paid.
Good sailing from those boys, Scotty and David. Cunningham with Joel Turner. And I've been saying for a while now, since I came down for the Nationals, I do like the look of that little rig. It's very tidy, it works really well, and it's not too big. Just looks a little bit smaller.
I think what happened, the breeze went right, and also the boats that went into the left got up under the lee of Nielsen just by a little bit here, and that was ASCC and Bigfoot. They went too far, and now Bigfoot's paying a big penalty. So the big question now will be, will GC Sails cross Lazarus, who's coming out of the right? We can't see him yet.
But yeah, big swing in the breeze to the right, to the south-southwest.
So it's a battle for second and third between GC Sails and Lazarus. We'll see Lazarus in a moment in the left. There he is, high in the right.
Yeah, he's already in that right-hand pressure, so GC Sails has got to take a big knock to get back across.
Okay, well, this is the intersection that will decide second and third at the moment. But meanwhile, Yandu's working up the western side of Steel Point. And there's the two for second and third. And Tom Koenig is across. He will be second. GC Sails going back on heading pressure. He might tack underneath him, I think, and try and get it across to the left.
Yeah, well, he's got to the breeze now, so he could tack now and just try and minimalise his losses.
No, going to let Lazarus go. But meanwhile, Yandu's right on the bricks at Steel Point.
And it's patchy up there, isn't it, Shippo?
There's a few big holes in the breeze, surprise. But this is a good battle for second.
Tell you what, Balmain and the Black Knight, I think they've sailed around the likes of Bigfoot, or going to be very close to them. That group, like these guys are just playing the shifts up this side of the course, and they're gaining.
Yeah, the Black Knight's well back into it, and like you say, Jimmy, big gain from Balmain too, because they got a bit lost at that bottom mark, didn't they?
Yeah, but like guys of the Balmain, they do love a ascendant, so
they sure do.
They'll be fine. Like, and Henry and the team there, they're more than up to this challenge, that's for sure.
They enjoy it, they don't fear it.
Exactly.
Pretty open in that jib, aren't they, on the Balmain? It's that sort of pressure.
Well, that stops that main ragging.
Okay,
as soon as the main's ragging, it's slow.
This team of the Australian champions, they've got a bit of work to do here, getting themselves back into the action. That group have jumped them that went out in the middle.
But yeah, Heinrich van Beyen is the big win gainer here. A scan across, you'll see Yandu and Lazarus a bit closer to the island.
Yeah, and Lazarus is really throwing the challenge down to Yandu.
Like I said before, they've closed down that gap.
A fine job on the Lazarus team, but still in command very firmly as Yandu, trying to repeat their success from the first heat. And here's the Black Knight, Heinrich van Beyen.
They're getting through the water really nicely.
And the breeze is down here. It's under 20 knots here.
But we'll see when they get to this mark. I think GC Sails and probably ASCC are still in front of the Black Knight.
Yeah, it got pretty shifty there. They didn't look good for a while, but they've got back into it, ASCC. And also, GC Sails will be third, I think. The Black Knight certainly in contention in the top six.
And it'll get very shifty at this top mark, so I think a little bit smarter from Yandu and Lazarus to be further right than what the Black Knight is. The Black Knight are in danger of tacking down on this left side and going back on a header.
That's the risk going out to the left here, of course.
Yeah. Could be a big left-hand header and then nothing you can do about it. Yandu's got himself nicely positioned just above Lazarus, who are on screen now. Lazarus sort of splitting the difference between Yandu and the Black Knight. GC Sales and ASCC on Yandu's line, but about 100 metres back. They're lining up. Yandu can't be too far off here. I think they've overcooked it myself.
I think so, big time. Oh, there's Lazarus in a good little gust, spinning him up. Oh, Yandu, easy lay here.
Yeah, they've overcooked it a bit, but at least they're safe, I think. Just protecting their lead. But yeah, they're well eased coming into this mark, and they're still 100 metres out. And I'd expect this will be a 2-sail down.
And GC Sales crossed Lazarus there. Breeze has gone and brought ASCC into play as well. And also Shaw and Partners New Zealand. Okay, Yandu around the Shark Island mark. Back to Robertson Point. And Lazarus well under the ley line here.
Oh, I think they might be able to squeeze. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. I think GC Sales, big gain to them if they can get round this mark, which I think they will. Yandu just skirting round the wharf at Shark Island. They're on their way to Bradley's Head. Here's a close go, but GC Sales across.
That was that left-hand header I was talking about when you come back.
GC Sales around in second place. Joel Turner along with Dave and Scotty Cunningham. Lazarus third. Shaw and Partners New Zealand fourth. ASCC from New Zealand are next. They've done a terrific job. Held firm up that beat.
And that left-hand header, like I said, you know, Heinrich von Bayen was looking good, and he's come back on this long port tack and just been punished. And I think they're still underlaid. They'll have to do 2 more tacks.
Okay, any spinnakers out yet? No, Yandu's still. They're all main and jib reaching. Next around will be Vykobi, Kirk Mitchell. He's come out of the pack a little bit. And around the outside of them, a big overlay on the big foot. And the Germans have just squeaky. Oh, no, they haven't. They have to tack the mark. Oh, that's costly. Down speed tack. Back they go. Next will be Balmain. They've got a bit of work to do. And just behind Balmain will be Shaw and Partners Australia. Oh, look at those breezes in the middle of the harbour. There's one boat going about 90 degrees to the course down there.
You were talking about putting up spinnakers, Shippo.
Who is that?
GC Sales can't even lay Bradley's Head 2-sail reaching.
He got a monster gust. Okay, Balmain, Henry Larkin's round. Shaw and Partners will be next in a big gap. Then to 6th. Okay, Balmain are away. A lot of work to do.
And now Vykobi on a big car. Balmain about to get around the island. Here
ASCC struggling.
There's the Germans, the Black Knight, under control. They're just trying to make up that little bit of ground that they gave away at the top end of that beat.
It's a real teasing run, this, or reach. Do you or don't you set? It lets you think you can't set, then all of a sudden you get absolutely hammered. But no spinnakers as yet. Vykobi. It's Bradley's Head, that's the first they've got to negotiate. To Lewin is GC Sales, then Lazarus above him in third spot.
Yeah, 2-sail reaching in an 18-footer is very difficult. There's a zone that the boat just won't sail in without capsizing. So when they get the big gusts, they're running away very deep, and then they've got to wind it back up, and it's about a 45-degree difference. So they're basically zigzagging down here and just clearing over Bradley's Head.
And way ahead off camera, Yandu have got an absolute screamer down to this Lewin mark. They're absolutely flying, white water everywhere. Great boat handling, but we're concentrating on the chasing pack. They're going to have plenty of wind in a moment.
Yeah, they're on one of those deep ones I was talking about. There they are, they're doing over 20 knots, two sail reaching.
Head of the pack, Yandu, just about to go round the leeward mark. They're around and on their way back to the windward mark up at Clark Island. This is GC Sail, Scotty Cunningham. There's Yandu, they're around, they're on the wind. With a very, very good lead again. They won yesterday in light air and they're showing the way at the moment in fresh air, but we're only halfway through this race. Lazarus chasing hard on the GC sails.
Excellent sailing from Scotty Cunningham.
And in the background, ASCC, they're off to the zoo. They've got bow down, they can't get the bow up.
Eli Leifting just took a big left turn too.
Screaming gust here. There's ASCC, these boys are really hanging in there. But it's the second boat we're watching now. It'll be, well, that's third, Lazarus. Then the second boat, GC Sails. This is going to be a good, close,
Dial up.
50-second lead. What do we got, Dole?
Yeah, 50 seconds,
Okay,
Shippo.
righto. They're on the wind. And Lazarus right behind them, third. And ASCC done a fine job down there. They've got themselves back into fourth spot ahead of their compatriots.
Oh, Shore and Partners had a couple of, Shore and Partners New Zealand had a couple of big wipeouts.
Yeah.
But they managed to keep the mast in the sky.
A few right-hand turns. Okay, Shore and Partners round.
And big foot bags and covers.
Where are they?
Capsized just off Bradley's head.
Oh dear, did they? They were right in the mix.
Gee, and next will be Keegan York, who's kind of keeps recovering, doesn't he?
Shore and Partners.
He's not having the best day.
He's had 2 swims, I think, hasn't he? Gee, it's dark now, looking down to the south. Big, heavy clouds.
Big, yeah, coming over.
Look over
Rush
Bondi
Cutters
Junction.
Bay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shippo.
The Hammer Garden's getting wet. That's good. Vicovey to go round next. Okay, so he's improved greatly. Kirk Mitchell. And they're about, where are they? Oh, the breeze is in the right here. Look at this, at this leeward mark. So Shore and Partners.
I think it'll bend back a bit to the left as this cloud comes in.
Max Paul and Tommy Anderson. They're around.
And the Balmain just came in on an absolute boomer then.
So
they were 10/10ths.
They will be next, Balmain. So there we're about 9th or 10th, I think. And behind then, the Germans, Black Knight. Oh, it looks pretty ominous, those clouds coming out. I better get the windscreen wipers on here. Okay, so Black Knight are around. So we're away to Clark Island.
That's probably what our top 10, I guess, around.
About that, I would think. Next will be 6th, then Rag and Famish. Then a fair gap then. There's Jacob Marks, there's the leaderboard. Yandu, GC Sails, Lazarus. Well, Lazarus is showing second now. And then 6th to 10th. Balmain 8th, Black Knight 9. It's getting very gloomy.
Yeah, Lazarus was showing second, but they are further left, so they're going to have to put in another 2 tacks. I think GC Sails close to a ley line.
There's Killer Coffee.
And Club Marine.
Club Marine, Emma, hanging in there.
Great job, Emma.
Yeah.
Full rig, no reef today. She's doing really well to get that boat round the track.
Not easy here. The Brisbane 18's flying downwind.
It takes a lot of strength to wrestle an 18-footer in these sorts of conditions on the hill.
Bigfoot, and after them, Andu USA.
Emma Rankin is only a slight young lady, and she hangs onto that boat really well.
She does a brilliant job.
She's fantastic, yeah.
And the rain coming out of Double Bay, Rush Cutters Bay now. It's getting gloomier and gloomier.
Lay's partner there on screen,
Yeah,
Shibbo.
yeah. Brett Van Munster. So we're getting up towards the weather market, just to the northeast or northwest of Clark Island.
There's the Berlin Bears.
Yeah. A nice summer's day back in Berlin today. In this sort of weather, they'd be used to this.
Yandu's around the top mark.
Yandu are around in a good squall too. There they are. There's Clark Island just to the left. You can just see the tip of Clark Island. They go straight into a hoist. They got away with it last time brilliantly. They're away. Not much breeze. There's a bit of a lee under Clark Island here. They're close enough to get that lee. And the real battle for second now. This is closed up a lot.
Yeah, I think GC Sales
still
have still
second.
got it.
Yandu, just a little dip into windward. There's just
Under
a
the
soft
island.
spot. Yeah, it's a soft spot there. Okay, just getting into full pressure now. The breeze is round in the right. Oh, still not quite comfortable here, Yandu. But they've got so much up their sleeve. It's already all been almost a minute now they've been round. So they were about 50 seconds at the leeward mark. And GC Sales not yet at the weather mark. So
Yeah, we're
this is going to be
already
a
out
good,
over a minute.
solid minute plus. Okay, on a lay line here. GC Sales, Scotty Cunningham will be second. And Tom Koenig in the Lazarus third. The chase is on.
Scott Cunningham picked that ley line beautifully from a long way out. Very great. Good job.
Okay,
Minute 23, Shippo. So they've about 30 seconds Yandu extended up there.
okay, it's quite light here, as we keep saying, under the lee of Clark Island. So GC Sales set. Sort of. There we go. Sheet on. Lazarus next around, just behind them. In a little gap. Next will be the Shore & Partners New Zealand. So they'll be fourth. Sure.
And then our next Kiwi boat, the ASCC, after them. The Kiwis having a great day in this up-range little rig conditions.
Light day out on the Watermatta today for these conditions.
Oh, they've just had a little bit of a dip.
Oh, Dolly.
We talked them up too soon.
Dolly, Dolly.
They're going to be towing this mark
Yeah,
too.
we're allowed to kiss the mark. They're certainly,
Can't tow it though.
they're certainly kissing it now. Probably a bit more than the kiss and a hug. This is allowed in 80s. Oh, this is really chicken wing them up. Just as we were saying, well, they were doing well and they are doing well.
They're still doing well. They'll get
Now they
around
got the next
Now they've got
problem of
Vykobi
on start.
charging around the outside. Kirk Mitchell. He's around. Okay, ASCC. And following them will be Shore & Partners Australia, then I think Balmain. So there we go, away into the gloom. Look at that sight.
Beautiful day on Sydney Harbour.
Have to close the window.
So we're away to Obelisk for the second and final time. We can't really tell you what the breeze is doing. We can't see the water. We'll have to rely on what the boats are doing. But the breeze has gone into the right because these boats are really being lifted now. There's no problem getting round Bradley's. That's what's happened here.
No, they'll be jibing, putting quite a few jibes in to get down the harbour here. The only threat to the leader, I think, is if these boats bring breeze down with them. But I can't see that happening. Really, really low cloud coming in over Rose Bay, Wallara.
Sunny in Watson's Bay. Why wouldn't you live there? Look at it, beautiful at the moment. Give it about 3 minutes and we won't be able to see it. Yeah, that's
You can see there. What you can see on the camera is actually better than what we can see with our eyes.
Yandu jibed already and going in on a port jibe towards Clifton Gardens. But the breeze has lifted off a bit under this rain. It's gone hard right. GC Sales and Lazarus, great battle for second.
That much rain, it's flattening out the sea surface too, so but it makes it very hard to see where the breeze is and where it's coming from. The Yandu's done it very well. There's second place GC Sales, holding on nicely and just managing to fend off the Lazarus, Tom Koenig.
Just looking at it, looks as though Yandu has almost doubled his lead here. I know everyone travelling pretty quickly, but they are way ahead now. They've got right-hand pressure getting down towards Chowder Bay. They'll jibe in, go in there and jibe. That's Clifton Gardens Beach. Wow, this is another comprehensive performance by this outstanding team.
He just went past the 18-footers bar and restaurant who are still coming to windward out of Chowder Bay. So,
well, hang in there, Luca. You never know what.
Oh, it's a Royal Oak. Sorry, thanks, Jimmy. That's how much you can see out here.
You never know what might happen. So they've jibed back onto starboard. They'll get easily round George's Head. It's quite fine down here.
We've pushed through it.
We're out the other side. It's just an easy run here for Yandu.
Unbelievable. We've just pushed through all this rain and gloom and we've punched out the other side into bright sunshine down in Obelisk. There they are. They've got a couple of jibes still to do. They've still got reasonable pressure down this end of the bay though. Still good pace on the Yandu. A bit more right hand breeze down here. It was at the Akarana Eatery, I think, is it, Jimmy?
Yeah, the Akarana Eatery.
Well, good on them, they're still going.
They're still going.
Monty Alderson, Levi Jenkins and Harry Wilson.
Lovely shot from the drone there of the boys.
Look at this. We're right in the action here. Wonderful.
Not far off a jibe here.
Having a look at it, I think. There
they go.
Well, that's some precision sailing, if ever you saw it.
I'll just pick a nice line into here so they'll probably have a jibe again. There won't be a jibe drop, I don't think, although they have just picked up some extra pressure. It is getting them some depth. I think it'll be a jibe.
It's Camp Cove Beach in the background on the left-hand shot. Sound peaks between Yandu and Camp Cove. And they're about, how far to go? They're about 150 metres from the turning mark here in Obelisk Bay. All Yandu at the moment.
Yeah, they've really got the hardest part of the race out of the way now. They've just got to work their way up and defend.
Take it very easy here. You cannot see Double Bay now, that's just covered in rain. Beautiful down here and it might get a suntan. Not for long, that's the view looking back. It is bleak, but Yandu drops the spinnaker. They'll job and jibe, a little hitch up to the mark.
Yeah, I thought they might jibe drop there, but they decided
to... safer option.
Yeah, and they decided to drop and then do a two-sail jibe.
What's he going to do? Is he going to jibe or granny? I think they're going to... Just got to get steady here. Oh, nothing's easy. Nothing is easy here.
And as I said, Jimmy, the jibe drop was the safer option, wasn't it?
Okay,
what
here
always
they go.
is.
So I think that's the first time in my life I've seen the Yandu do a granny tack. With this team on board.
With this team,
quite there yet. The jib's got to come on. Come on, Louis. Do your stuff. What's happened here? Got a problem or not? No. Jib coming on.
We're good.
And they'll safety first because they're so far ahead. We'll get the time going. Just coming up to the mark. Not full wick here yet.
Your time will almost elapse by the time the second boat gets in.
Yeah, okay. They're in a good squall.
Yeah, big gust.
Yeah. Still bit of jib problem, but it's big Louis break. He pulls it on with one hand. Look at how far right that breeze is.
Yeah, well, GC Sales and Lazarus, Shibbo, when we were burning our way down here, they had to jibe because they were like at the lighthouse at Shark Island is how high they got.
And look at Yandu just almost going up the course there.
Yeah, right round in the southwest as that big rainstorms come through over the city.
So surprising, these 18s go so quickly that the distance looks great, but the time is not that great because here come GC Sales, Lazarus, Vycobi and Shore and Partners New Zealand. Vycobi's been the big improver here.
GC Sales ran out of pressure for 30 seconds there, and Lazarus is bringing it with them and just mowing them down.
GC's, Lazarus has got a bit on. Vycobi hammering down over the top of Shore and Partners New Zealand.
Yeah, they're bringing the pressure down with them, so they're closing this gap up.
There's a bit of tech for the people at home. There's the live speeds of the boats.
We can see the puffs coming around George's head there. Now this is going to get tricky. These boats have got a jibe to come into the mark. An early drop on Shore and Partners New Zealand. Vycobi still...
But there's a big lull here at the moment.
There is,
now. Lazarus are going to get inside here. They're in a little gust.
Yeah, they're going to get in.
GC Sales are out of the pressure.
Still a march on GC Sales here. Lazarus have got a jibe in pressure.
They do have to get the jibe done, though.
Yeah.
Which they have.
No problem. Vycobi coming down on a screamer.
Minute 50 there, Shippo.
Yeah, well, that was... didn't extend that much.
Another 20 seconds extension. Yeah.
Okay, so Lazarus now into second. GC Sales third. Now... Vycobi got to get the jibe through. Yeah, well done, Kirk.
Nicely done.
Really done.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Now the New Zealanders. Eli's got it in a gust here.
They're right on the front edge of a puff that keeps shooting them out.
Okay, they're around. Okay, so really tight for second, third, fourth and fifth. Then a big gap. Who's next?
Well, we might go up with these guys because the next boat isn't even past George's head, Shippo. So I think the next boat... looks like ASCC and Shore and Partners Australia.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Shore and Partners New Zealand just got round that mark. Big gust, big right-hand gust got on them just as they were on approach. That's a little bit of untidy work from Shore and Partners New Zealand. They gave away 100 metres in a very short period of time. They were in touch with that second, third, fourth.
Top right of screen there. Sydney is there somewhere, but it's hidden in rain at the moment. The second heat of the JJ Championship, about 3/4 of the way through, and Yandu trying to get their second win of the series. They won yesterday in light air. They're now showing the way in lot fresher conditions. ASCC on the right. Coming down, then Lazarus and GC Sales on the left going for the second and third spot. And Shore and Partners Australia will follow ASCC. So they will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Shore and Partners will be 7th. There's the leader though. 8th will be Balmain. They've dropped back a bit. There's a Bleaker Nielsen Park in the background. Yandu working up the middle of the harbour. And there's the Germans, the Black Knight. They've dropped back. But what's happened, this breeze has significantly decreased under this rain and gone into the right.
Yeah, puffy and in the southwest right now. It'll be a real matter of picking your lanes as you come up here into Rose Bay, because as we're getting closer to Rose Bay, it looks like there's more pressure coming, but they just need to see what direction it is. Yandu well down on port at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, there's Balmain just going out of range. There's the Black Knight. They're just ahead, but just behind Balmain. Then we've got the Rag and 6th, Rag and Famish and 6th off George's Head. Then up to windward of those off camera is the Bigfoot. And then in the background, there's the Bigfoot, right in up to windward and George's Head, going to run into a light spot. Surprising we say that, but the breeze has gone so far right, there is a bit of a lee under George's Head. But rain clearing away to the south at the moment. Just see how light these boys are here.
Yeah, we've just noticed, and I did get a message that it looks like the big spinnaker on the 6th number 2 rig. Not the day to have that, but that spinnaker does look very big for the number 2 rig. So we'd noticed it just as you text me, Simon. So thanks for the tip.
Well, that's a rookie error, you'd say.
Well, considering they were working on their spinnaker when we arrived at Double Bay today, in the little club, they were headed out looking for holes in it or whatever they were doing.
That was about Balmain boys, wasn't it? On the deck outside the club?
Oh, it was too, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Orange hull, same colour hull.
Orange everywhere is the problem.
Now, the boat that's got himself right in the mix here is now Vycobi. He's very close to GC Sails.
Yeah, Kirk Mitchell. He's on a charge, that's for sure.
And way in the left has gone Shaw and Partners New Zealand. Wow. I don't know about that. He's going right in towards the Nielsen Park shore. But here's Brett Van Munster. And then also running down are the Americans there.
Yeah, well done to them, Shippo.
Yeah, it's terrific.
Yeah. They've only had a couple of days in the boat and they're getting around the track in a big southerly. That's fantastic.
Okay, well, here's Lazarus trying to get the 2nd spot. GC Sails to windward, Vycobi to leeward. You can see it's quite calm now on the harbour, no white caps. And then out on the right, way up to windward in Chowder Bay, looking strong at the moment is Lazarus.
Yeah, I did like Lazarus split away to the right and the breeze is shifting right, and I think he's probably made a gain over GC and Vycobi and Shaw and Partners New Zealand.
Yeah, there's Shaw and Partners New Zealand going behind Vycobi and GC Sails, so they haven't made much an impression as yet. Now here's the line up here. This is what we're looking for. Lazarus high on the right, in the middle of the harbour. And Vycobi and GC Sails going in towards the Bottle and Glass Nielsen Park shore. They've got to get out of there shortly because no matter how high you are, you're going to run out of pressure. And at the moment, Lazarus looking strong.
Yeah, they're just starting to head a bit now, though, which isn't making it. I think they will lead this chasing pack, but they were looking exceptionally good a minute ago, but they're just starting to head a little.
Well, that's the lonely voyage Yandu have got. Nothing in front of them. Just the Shark Island mark to negotiate. That's the next hurdle. And then they go to Robertson Point, around Bradley's Robertson Point, and then to the finish.
The Berlin Bears there on
They're
screen.
the Bears, okay. German friends, getting a good ride down. Okay, we're back with this real battle for 2nd and 3rd and 4th. Okay, there's Yandu going into Steel Point.
About to run out of runway.
Yes, you've got to do something here soon.
There they go.
Just playing pretty safe. No mistakes. Just loose cover on the whole fleet now.
Yeah, I could see they were trying to hang on until a fresh line of pressure came down to them. They've now tacked on that and they are up on port, which is
Vycobi now got themselves into 3rd spot. They're above GC Sails, going big heading pressure coming out of the left. So Lazarus a clear 2nd. He's done a good job up here. Lazarus went split away from them, from Vycobi and GC Sails. Lazarus team of Mark Chapon and Tim Westwood, along with Tom Koenig. And there's Smeg, Ash Rooklin, Long way back now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tight here, this battle.
Yeah, I don't think Scott Cunningham's going to attack until Vycobi do. But Eli Leifting has closed back after that little mistake at the bottom mark. He's closed that distance back up again on Shaw and Partners New Zealand. Back in the hunt. Any of these boats who make a mistake now, it's going to be costly.
So Vycobi still on port. Up to windward of them, GC Sails has tacked. Going back on starboard towards Steel Point. Vycobi looking for the one to go back on.
I think Scott Cunningham was starting to get concerned that Lazarus and Shaw and Partners New Zealand sneaking through underneath him there. So he's gone back to try and cover off on them.
And what we're seeing, Lazarus has come off on a nice high on port off Steel Point, but Yandu is getting up towards this weather mark. He's in the middle of Rose Bay. Here come a couple of the tail end Charlies coming downwind.
Bar Karate and the 18-footers.
Yes, Bar Karate and 18-footer bar and grill. There's Bar Karate. Getting a nice ride down there. And there's the 18-footer cafe, bar and restaurant. Be full house tonight there, I would think.
The Bar Karate Sailing Podcast had a little discussion about the 18-footers today, if you want to check that out.
Okay, so the game is on here. Lazarus in control of this second place at the moment. There he is. He's covered off the fleet. And I think Vycobi lost a little bit by going too far into the right. They were very close to GC Sails, but GC Sails got some good pace. And here we got Beck Hancock in the Ballard property still going downwind. I don't think there's anyone else behind her, are they?
There's the Royal Oak and the Akarana Eatery.
Are they still going?
They were a long way behind. They were still going though, yeah. But good on Beck for keeping on trucking.
Okay, Shaw and Partners New Zealand look quick along the shore.
They're quick in a straight line, aren't they?
They've got the foot down. They're really rocketing along the shore. Looking for that left-hander to come out on.
Yeah, it's a tough tack out. The port tack out once again, like we saw on that last beat. It's the same problem with the breeze in the right. So it's gonna be advantage to Lazarus over these two boats.
Well, they're percolating down there. That's no doubt about that. Tom Koenig up to windward, trying to hang on the Lazarus to second spot. In the middle, GC Sails. And just dropped off Vycobi a little here. And there's a bit of lift off in the breeze here. It's right down under 20 knots. It's lifting. It's got Shaw and Partners right along that Steel Point shore, Vaucluse shore. Meanwhile, up ahead, Yandu is tacked probably close to a ley line for the mark. He's still got a bit of work to do to get there, but still a comprehensive lead. Now, this is going to be interesting here. That still all bow up a little, especially on Shaw and Partners New Zealand. They are really rocketing along down there.
Yeah, but being furthest left, it's going to be a tough tack back.
They're looking for that left-hander. Okay, we'll pan around to the leader. He's approaching the mark. The Clark Island mark. It's a little bit light here.
Shark Island.
Shark Island. You can see it's a bit light here.
It's confusing, those islands.
They are. There's too many of them.
Yeah, they're laying the mark. They're going to squeeze. It's a squeeze, though. No, they're not.
You won't want to hit it. They got a good gust. Look at the right-hander here. Okay, just a short one and tack. 3, 2, 1, away we go. Clock is running. And we're away to Robertson Point. And then the finish at Clark Island. Okay. And it's going to be a tight reach again. First obstacle, wharf at Shark Island.
Yeah, probably not as much pressure on the two sail this time, though, so they might get a kite up at some point. But the breeze is right, so it's going to make it difficult.
Yeah, as you were saying, Dale, with it clocking that far right, I reckon they'd struggle to get a kite on.
Okay,
there.
well, there's the wharf negotiated. Just. And looking back in the pack, it is right. They're all trying to come back with. They're all on headers, but not Lazarus. He's stepped out a little bit further, and he's not quite on a lay line yet. That's Valcobi still going in on starboard.
Yeah, that long tack back is a heading tack, and it's a tough one.
Yeah. See, they're looking for a bit of pressure. That's GC Sails in the background.
They're heading even more now.
So Valcobi going way out onto a further than either of these three boats.
Yeah, well, they're not laying, so I reckon
No.
Valcobi's probably on a lay line.
Yeah, there's not much. How much breeze is here? 12 knots.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Dropped right off under this after this rain. See, Lazarus looking for pressure. GC Sails soft.
Lazarus just picked up a little powerboat wash, gave him a bit of help,
Yeah,
but
they're not laying.
they've got a double tack to do.
None of these three boats are laying. Obviously, they've all tacked. Shore Partners New Zealand have tacked. And GC Sails had to go behind Shore and Partners New Zealand. Meanwhile, barrelling in is Valcobi, but he's still a little way behind us. Shore and Partners goes round. Have we got a delta there, Dole? What are they?
1:59, mate, just under 2 minutes. So,
Oh, well, pretty safe. So, starboard's being yelled by GC Sails on the New Zealanders. Oh,
you can make them tack.
oh yeah. Okay, he's put them around. Tack back in tandem. Oh, a bit of yelling. Good old 18-footer stuff.
Sorted out in the park later.
Yes. Over a couple of schooners beforehand. And Valcobi going to lay, are they?
Yep.
Oh, they're close enough,
around.
good enough. Yep. Well done, Kirk. Got back into that. Still not much wind, but still no spinnaker on Yandu.
Yeah, and they're getting close to Bradley's head now.
Yep.
A long, long way back to the next place. There's the leaders on screen.
Just quietly here for Yandu. One guy sitting in. Couple sitting in, just sitting on the wing.
Got the kettle up on.
Yeah. So Lazarus just holding down second spot as they tumble into windward a little. Chance now for any of these four boats, Lazarus, GC Sails, Shore and Partners, New Zealand and Valcobi, to take the minor placings.
Just to let you know, after this group, it'll be Shore and Partners in 6, not Shore and Partners Australia, and then ASCC from New
They made
Zealand.
a good recovery, Keegan York, to get up to 6th.
Now, real battle now between Eli Leifting and Scotty Cunningham. The Shore and Partners rig a little bit bigger than the GC Sails rig, which should help them a bit in this lighter 2-sail conditions. They're trying to get over the top of them. The GC Sails little rig is a smaller little rig, which makes it very good uprange. Yandu didn't clear. Have they? No, they're over. Sorry.
They're over Bradley's. No spinnaker. Just got to pressure coming back to them now. There's 3 strings. So they probably won't set, you wouldn't think. You can see Lazarus will be nervous looking back, although these boats have got to go high for pressure.
I think pressure and angle, Shippo, like looking at the Yandu there on the right of screen, they're going to have to tack to make the mark there that they're going down towards at the moment.
Yeah, possibly. They're almost on a wind,
On the
aren't
wind,
they?
yeah. Meanwhile, the quickest boat here is Valcobi off screen. There's Yandu. Still a couple of skiffs just gone round the weather mark at Clark Island to go down to Oblis. Boy, they're a fair way back.
There's the Royal Oak Hotel.
He had his spinnaker up. I think he's dropped his spinnaker now. Just going to have a look. And then who we got after that? Is that the Brisbane Eatery? Or Akarana
Eatery, I think. Is,
Gee, it's light here. Look at this. Super, super light. Kobe.
GC Sales pushed for some height, and now they're going to go for a spinnaker.
A nice twist in it too. There it goes, it's set. So they're first to set. Good move, I think, in these conditions, although it's a tight angle, because the breeze has gone right around to the right.
It is going to be very tight, but it might be able to get some
him down
depth.
there.
Yeah.
And way in the distance, you see Yandu about to approach the leeward mark for the final time. There they are, around this and into the finish up near Clark Island. So Yandu on their way home now, homeward bound. Okay, Lazarus sets a shoot. Shaw and Partners New Zealand going for a shoot. It's a tight lay now that Lazarus really getting a heading gust. Shaw and Partners on screen. They're around Bradley's. But the breeze is just big heavy cloud coming over. It's only about 8 or 9 knots here. And Yandu have tacked onto starboard and almost laying the finishing line, I would think. They're that high. There's a lot of cloud around, a lot of rain around. See how these boats are all being headed here.
It was a good move by GC Sales, though. So they just got a bit of height, enough that they could get a kite on, and they went for it early, and that's given them good separation from Shaw and Partners New Zealand.
All off to the zoo at the moment, way below the mark. There's the wharf at the zoo. Just trying to get the bow up, but
what it allows them to do is get that depth, and then they can sail up. Whereas two sailing from the previous angle, they would have been very slow.
So it got GC Sales a jump over Shaw and Partners, put them firmly into third spot. But it's super light. Look at Yandu, just joggling along in a sou'wester, light sou'wester.
Oh, and Lazarus has been carted right.
Come on, Tommy, you got to get the shoot off.
GC Sales have got that pressure now.
Yeah. Okay, it's nearly 700 metres Yandu's in front. That's a long way. So Lazarus first to drop, then GC Sales. Shaw and Partners have dropped, and meanwhile, trundling up behind them is Vykobi, still with the spinnaker. They've got a long way to come up to this leeward mark, but Yandu looking for pressure. Crew in and out. Okay, Vykobi is still hanging onto the chute.
They're in 5th place.
Well,
so there's Yandu. They're about halfway up this beat to the finish now.
And their only problem is a ferry, but I'm sure they'll navigate their way around that.
Gusty, shifty.
What's the ferry going to do? Go behind them, I think?
He is very kindly, yeah.
So the second heat of the JJs for this year coming to a conclusion with once again it's Yandu.
You're about to see the ferry Balmoral. Oh, there they go.
Control here. Okay, Lazarus round. GC Sales around. And there's very light air on Yandu. You see Louis Brake sitting in, bent knees from Herman Winnie and Fang.
Probably tack soon, I'd think, try and avoid the lull from Clark Island.
There's a massive cloud coming out of Tubble Bay. Don't know what that's going to do to the wind, but pretty relaxed on Yandu. Louis standing up, having a look around. Fang scratching his nose. And they're just super high on the right. Little light sou'wester up here. Fang just adjusting that.
Little bit of breeze coming to them now, so they're probably not far off attack, I would have thought. See that gust in front of them now, Shippo. That's the one to tack on.
Finish up to the northwestern end of Clark Island. Lazarus on the right-hand screen. Okay, they tack. Plenty of rain here. And it's starting to pour with rain again. Gee, look at these tacking angles. They're pretty wide.
Pour rain, and it's killed the breeze.
So they're just starting to lift up now. They're not laying the finishing line. All I can tell you, it is absolutely pouring with rain here. It's a big, heavy cloud come over the race course. That's Yan, the lonely figure of Yandu. The finishing line's up to the right-hand side where the spectator ferry is. Look at how light it's got. I don't think there's any chance of Lazarus catching them, but they're so far ahead.
That heavy rain has just killed the breeze.
Oh, they've still got a fair bit to sail here in this light air. They're almost going back to whence they came. Okay, one crew sitting in. Louis Brake sitting in up the bow. They're just getting pressure now. Yeah, bit of pressure now. And it is teeming here. Absolutely teeming. Getting a lift now. It's fun and games back in the fleet too. This could really upset the minor placings. But we'll concentrate on the race leader and almost the race winner. He's got about 100 metres to go to the line, not laying. And the lead now only 400 metres, so gone from 900 to 400. Just shows what a tricky finishing leg this has been. So what are they going to do? Keep extending here, I think.
The only one on wire is Herman.
Yeah, okay, they're going to tack.
And he's not that heavy.
Louis goes round in front of the mast. Roll the boat through. Oh, there's just no wind. There's a little bit of wind near the finishing boat. They're about 60 metres away now. Yeah, they've got a good wriggle on now. Little bit of a puff. Lead down to 320 metres, we're hearing. I hope we can see them finish because the rain is absolutely pelting down here on the Sydney Harbour. So they're not making much progress towards the line. Just aiming at the leeward pin at the moment. But it will be Yandu for the second heat. Basically led from start to finish. They're about 20 metres away now. Victory will be theirs for the second heat after taking the first heat.
Another tack here.
Another tack. Punching up now. Okay. There's the hoot-up. Congratulations, Yandu. Well done. A very, very difficult day. Plenty of wind early for 90% of the course, then super light towards the end, but they really dominated this race. Showed what they're made of, and we'll throw down a marker now for the championship. One yesterday in light air, one today in fresh air. And I wish I could tell you who was coming second. We cannot see a thing. We cannot see who's coming second.
I think it's still Lazarus.
They were second. So we're hearing it's Lazarus by 80 metres on our telemetry. There they are somewhere. There's Tom Koenig and the Lazarus boys. To leeward of them is Vykobi. Oh, this rain. Can you see anything? I can't see Mossman, can't see Robertson Point, can't see Taronga Zoo. Who's that tack? Is that Lazarus tack?
Yeah. GC Sales back behind them.
Well, there's plenty of opportunities here for someone to pounce. I think it's Lazarus from GC Sales, Shaw and Partners New Zealand, and Vycobi is probably next.
Strangely, further out to the left, Vycobi look like they're in a bit of pressure. So,
yes,
of the 4 boats, they're moving the quickest, but they are behind.
Yeah, they're tacking back now, but there's Lazarus. Nervous times for Tom Koenig and the team. We saw him robbed of a victory in the Australian Championship heat in similar light conditions, not rainy conditions, when he got absolutely posted at the final mark and the fleet ran over the top of him. But slowly here, where do you go? Oh, Vycobi's coming back on a shocker. The breeze has gone further into the right. So, oh, look at Lazarus. Just trying to get some speed. I think he's got to try and tack here.
Yeah, what he's done there is, it's a bit, well, he's covering off, which is good, because he was letting these other boats get out on his left hip, which is very risky.
But he can't set the mainsail. Oh, this rain has absolutely killed the breeze.
Because if the breeze is going to fill in, it's going to come from that left side, and GC Sales have got further left.
Yeah, well, GC Sales at the moment are well across Lazarus. Easy, they're up high on the left in Clark Island, and they're moving.
Just picked up that little vein of pressure. That's the side it was going to fill in from.
Oh, Lazarus has got absolutely hammered here, unfortunately. What a shame.
Oh, it's still a fair way to go to the finish.
Yeah.
Nothing can happen.
Here's GC Sales drifting along Clark Island. This cloud is clearing overhead somewhat, it's moving overhead. Maybe the breeze will materialise again. But looking in Double Bay, it's a flat calm. Absolutely flat calm. Bit of yelling going on.
You know, now GC Sales have completely run out of breeze as well.
So there's GC Sales. That's the view they've got. They get that lift.
It's still not over. Sure,
No.
and Partners have managed to waft their way through to leeward of everyone there.
And there's breeze coming now out of Clark Island. Who's it going to hit first? I think it's going to hit Shaw and Partners first.
Well, it looks like there's breeze coming, but if you look upwind at Yandu, they're just parked. So
looks like breeze on the water, though.
Oh, it does, yeah.
So this is, we're going for second, third, fourth and fifth here. Shaw and Partners starting to rumble. Lazarus rumbling. GC Sales only half rumbling. Here they go. Here they go. Not laying the finish. If they get a lift, they'll lay. GC Sales looking strong. Shaw and Partners looking strong. Thing is that Shaw and Partners, if they can lift,
if they can
10
clear
degrees,
the finish boat,
they will get second. And I think they're doing it at the moment. The Kiwis look as though they could be second here. Look at the massive lift they're on. Scotty Cunningham's can't get the bow up. Shaw and Partners, oh, what are they doing? They're going really super high to lock out Lazarus. So Shaw and Partners New Zealand are going to be second, I think. Will they?
Only just. Oh.
I think Shaw and Partners, GC Sales, and then Lazarus. And then Vycobi. Wow.
I think it was Shaw and Partners New Zealand, GC Sales and Lazarus.
Yes.
That's why I sort of see it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was...
tried to line us up as close as we could.
There wasn't much in it, though, was there, Jimmy?
Vycobi, a painted ship on a painted ocean. Look at this. So, they'll be happy with a fifth. They were 10th yesterday. So a fifth and a 10th. So Shaw and Partners New Zealand, I think they were second, we'll say provisionally, but we were right on it. And Lazarus probably dropped to fourth after holding down second for a long period. It was that sort of race, unfortunately, in the last leg up from Robertson Point. So Shaw and Partners New Zealand will have a second and a fifth. GC Sales will have a third and a seventh.
Who did you say was next on? Is it Shaw and Partners Australia and ASC?
Right. What have they done? They run out of wind too.
Shaw and Partners Australia and ASCC. looks like ASCC has got past Shore and Partners.
It's dead calm here at Clark Island. Absolutely dead calm. Well, all we can tell you is Yandu won comprehensively again. 2 wins in 2 races. And now we'll watch the remainder of the fleet battling it out for 6th place.
Yeah, ASCC and Shore and Partners battling it out. And then behind them we've got Balmain 6th and Rag and Famish.
And the Black Knight as well, Dollar.
Yep.
Camouflage into the houses
Yep.
over there at Robertson Point.
Gee, somehow they're a long way to Leeward though, aren't they, Jimmy, the Black Knight?
A very long way to Leeward.
Yeah. They must have had a poor rounding, I think. But these guys, very, very little breeze. They are just wafting along.
Wafting.
Wafting.
That's a new one, Dol.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely not percolating, Jimmy. I think only the Killer Coffee's percolating. And the Killer Coffee are actually going pretty good there. They'll be next around behind Bigfoot Bags and Covers, Queensland. Well done, Jordan Gertis.
Angus Roxburgh pumping his own tyres up. Got 2 of my 3 picks right. Jeez. How you going now, Angus? Try and pick these blokes. Try to the finish. But well done to the ASCC so far. Well, already they've done very well. Campbell Stanton, Ollie Gilmore and Pat Morgan. It's gone back to the left, more to the south, this breeze.
Yeah, it's going to be tight between ASCC and Shore and Partners Australia. ASCC just getting a little bit of a rumble on again now. They were a bit becalmed a moment ago.
Well, looking from where they are to the weather market, it even looks lighter, the breeze. Lighter to nothing. Clouds have cleared somewhat. A bit brighter, no rain, but that rain just decimated the wind. Now ASCC, slowly, but Keegan, you're coming round their bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of little waves to catch there, which they've done well.
Oh, now Shore and Partners takes a tumble.
Now it's ASCC's turn to catch those waves.
Yeah. Balmain, gee, they've had a tough day. What are they doing? Trying to tack?
Maybe?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, ASCC are going to duck here. Big mat, are they? Or going to tack under them short? Oh, this is interesting. There's very little. There's a little bit more breeze now coming between the out to the boats, but Shore and Partners tacking duel in light air. That's interesting tactics.
We've got a bit of a match race happening.
ASCC's moving, Shore and Partners is not. Just a little bumpy water there, but they're sailing towards wind, ASCC. That's their good news. Not good news for Shore and Partners. They're coming into some nice pressure, ASCC. It's got it getting back to that south breeze. It's good breeze, yeah, they've got plenty.
Yeah, filling in from this side, from the left side. Right now, they could tack
and lay the finish.
Because there's breeze coming to them. The ASCC need to tack.
It's having a look around, but you've got to get across, I think, boys. Come on.
Have a look.
More pressure coming. You'd lay it. You'll get the jockey pole up in a minute to get back to the finishing line.
And now they're heading, so they should definitely tack.
I hope they can know where the finish line is. They're going to tack now.
Here they go.
Meanwhile, Shore and Partners are starting to rumble down well to leeward. These boys can just sail fast for the finish here. But have they let Shore and Partners in?
Well, no, because they're in the pressure.
Yeah, Shore and Partners
ASCC.
haven't yet.
Yeah. But just in case, you didn't want to give away any extra distance, and they have.
They're not lifting very much. Shore and Partners
They've
coming
got
around
the
their
breeze
bow.
now.
Yep. It's going to be close again. It's where this breeze goes. It's lifting in the left, so it's favouring ASCC. But whether Shore and Partners can tack under them and lay the finishing line, that's going to be the question here. Shore and Partners is going to have a go at it. The finishing boat is the closer end.
Yeah, if Keegan's laying this, he'll get it. So that was a mistake from ASCC.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll watch this back and learn from it.
Very good effort, ASCC. And also for Shore and Partners Australia, 2 capsizes, I think, during the race. So they are 6th. 7th will be ASCC. Well done to them. They've up there all day.
They sailed a really good race, especially when the breeze was up.
Yeah, look at the breeze has come back in now. Quite fresh. Again, or fresh from what it was 10 minutes ago. It's back to about 12 knots here. Sky has cleared a little bit. Rain's gone. So, where are we at to now? Looking for 8th position.
Yeah, it looks like it'll come out of a battle between Black Knight, Rag, 6, Balmain are in this mix. And just behind them is the Killer Coffee Company. Oh, and Bigfoot Bags and Covers in the mix as well. So another tight finish it looks like we're going to have coming up.
Just having a look at some of the back markers. They're jibing down to that bottom mark in Athelbite now.
Well, some couldn't lay it. Now that's jibe. Oh, okay, so this is the battle for 8th.
Looks to me like Rag and Famish probably has the advantage right now.
I think so, yeah. Oh, there's a boat up here, Bigfoot up to windward here. I didn't see him. Okay, Rag tacking now to try and lay the finish. They won't be far off it, but they haven't got much pressure. 6th is covering up on Balmain. They're down there somewhere. There they are. Tacking now. To come behind 6th. 6th are going to tack on them. So Rag will be in another good effort. 8th position. We'll have them to go off with their 3rd yesterday. Well done, Ben Crawford and his crew of Ryan Ewings and Max Nern. It's young crew, crossings, 8th position.
They had a pretty good finish yesterday, didn't they, Shippo?
Rag were 3rd yesterday. Yeah. So 3rd and an 8th. You'd be pretty happy with that. Now the battle for 9th. Oh, it's a squeeze on here.
Yeah, and I don't know that 6 has got enough room to tack.
Well, now there's a Bigfoot coming in. Okay, Balmain tacking. Oh, the Bigfoot at pace.
Oh.
6 Bigfoot Balmain.
Oh, no, I reckon Bigfoot, 6 Balmain.
Yeah.
Well, we'll tell you later.
You can't get the cheat sheet, Shipper.
Couldn't pick it. I think 6.
Then next across will be the Black Knight.
Balmain, and then the back Black Knight. So not a good day for him, and tough conditions early. So they will have had an 11th and a 12th. So the Black Knights across 12th. 13th will be the Club Commodore. Jordan Gertis will be next after the Black Knight, the Killer Coffee. The breeze is back now into the south again after that huge hiatus.
Good result for the Killer Coffee. And next up will be Emma Rankin in the Club Marine, who in these conditions did an exceptional job. And back behind Emma, we've got Fisher Paykel and the USA team.
Yeah, they're
in Andu.
Good on them. So Killer Coffee across Then will be Club Marine, Emma, with her crew of Brandon Bayek and Jed Cruikshank. So they will be 14th. Look at this breeze back quite fresh again now. So we've got Emma Rankin coming in. We'll tack shortly. There she goes. That's the committee vessel there, the finishing vessel. And so she's going to be 14th. And then I think Brett Van Munster in the Fisher Piker will be next. Okay, Club Marine across, gets the hooter. Next will be Fisher Piker.
Brett Van Munster.
And then after them will be...
Might be Smeg, might be Brisbane 18-footers, or...
Where's Andu gone?
Brisbane 18-footers are going to have to double tack. I think Ash Rookland's probably got the pace to sneak in here.
They're absolutely flying.
Yeah, not a great tack on the Brisbane 18s.
No, so Smeg will be 16th. Brisbane 18-footers 17th. And then Andu 18th. Well, that's a good effort from the Andu boys.
Definitely. Great result for them.
18th. And then who's that behind them? Is that the Burley?
It's Berlin Bears, I think.
Or not Barkarati, is it?
We've got two red
Go on,
boats
Andu.
chartered.
You got to tack, Andu. You're paralleling the line. There you go. Now look at the breeze. It's really spiky again here. And
yeah, so that's one of the two red boats which is on lease for this week.
Yeah.
So it's a red boat.
Yeah, so there's two red boats with no signage, or very little signage. So
Well, Jimmy, you've got some homework to do.
what,
Oh, they've got some homework to do. Oh, they're over. They finished?
They got struck by a helicopter or something, did they?
They haven't finished. They're not finished. Here's a chance for someone to pounce.
Big shift in the breeze.
Beck
Call them
Hancock
out.
will be next in the Ballard Properties. I think there's no one else.
you've got the 18-footers and then the other red leased boat, which I think is the Barkarati. And I don't know whether Bakarana Eatery and the Royal Oak Hotel, whether they continued on their journey down to down to the heads.
Look, the breeze has come back to the original. Look at full strap here on the Ballard Properties. They're about 80 metres downwind of the finishing line, and they're going to beat the red boat, I think, who's capsized just short of the finishing line.
Oh, they're tantalisingly close, the Berlin Bears. They just need to get up and...
Where's the other end of the line?
Just behind the ferry.
Ferry
boat.
was obscuring it. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I think red boat's going to do it, I think.
As long as they don't capsize again.
They're in irons at the moment.
Still got a man over the side.
Okay, come on, Beck. Having a look at it. I think they're just going forward. It's slow.
One of the Berlin Bears is still swimming.
The bears swim? Can bears swim?
Polar bears do.
Polar bears.
Do bears swim in the woods?
I don't know.
They do something or other. Okay, so they're across the Berlin Bears and then Ballard Properties. Well done, Beck. Well, what a day. What a day we've had. Had a bit of everything.
Oh, ouch. I felt that one when the sheet end fell over.
Your knees, your back, your neck.
Oh, well done. Not an easy day, and the two girls, they did exceptionally well.
They sure did, and they didn't reef, so made it hard for themselves.
So they're across, and then next will be 18-footer bar and restaurant. So as we sort of wrap up the second heat, I think stating the obvious, Yandu's been pretty impressive.
Yeah, once again, you know, we've been expecting the sort of the form guides played out the way we expected. Probably a little bit disappointing from Balmain and Shaw and Partners Australia. But there's a long way to go in this regatta yet. We're only 2 heats down, and it's going to be a very long week. And it looks like we're going to have quite a mix of conditions too. So this southerly's going to blow through. We've got a day off tomorrow, folks. So you can miss us tomorrow, but we'll be back on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Tuesday, Wednesday are 2 race days. So shorter course, 2 races. And a lot can change in that period of time. So, like you say, Shippo, someone might stub their toe.
Yeah, easily. So there it is, a wrap. Second heat done and dusted. Belongs to Yandu, winning their second race of the championships. Shaw and Partners New Zealand impressively into second. GC Sales also very well sailed for third. Lazarus fourth. Vycobi fifth. So as Dolly said, you'll all go and have sleep in tomorrow, go to work, and then we hope you come back on Tuesday for 2 races then on the harbour. So on behalf of the Sail Media team, I'll say good afternoon. It's Peter Shipway signing off from a very wet and now windy Sydney Harbour.
Afternoon.